It's Menopause Awareness Month during the month of October, and I'm going to take you through some of my favourite menopause supplements. Hello fam, and welcome to my channel. My name's Melissa Neal, and this channel is all about helping you if you're a woman over 40 or like me over 50, get in incredible shape. And yes, you absolutely can get in incredible shape, but one of the things that actually holds us back, isn't it? It's kind of menopause symptoms, and there's some kind of really big ones, some of which I think supplements can help with. Some of them I haven't really found an effective supplement for. So I'm going to take you through my favourite ones, some of them that I currently take, some of them that I have taken. So the first one I'm going to talk about is vitamin D3 there, and that for me is absolutely essential for any menopausal woman. And the reason being is we can be really deficient at the time of menopause of vitamin D. And if you live in a country like me, where I live in the UK, it's fairly cold country at most times of the year. So this is kind of like October now, from now and through maybe to April and May, I'm going to be taking this supplement because I'm not going to get enough from the sun. And particularly if you've got black or brown skin, it's really important anyway, but it's important for any menopausal woman to take vitamin D. So the next essential thing I'm going to talk about is sleep. When you're going through menopause, you're really lacking in sleep. And the problem with that is it has a knock-on effect for everything. So you're going to feel exhausted through the day if you're not getting enough sleep. You're going to actually find you've got problems with your hunger hormones. The hormones that control your appetite can kind of go off when you don't have sleep. And lack of sleep can cause insulin resistance. And of course, the problem with that is it's actually really difficult to sleep at the time of menopause. So many women find that they got this nighttime waking at like 3 a.m, whatever it is, and then it's really hard to go back to sleep. So there are some things you can do about that. One of the key things is magnesium. So I take magnesium in a Berocca, you can see there, and it's like a multivitamin that includes Berocca. The other thing you can do is actually take magnesium at night when you go to bed. That's really, really helpful. I currently do that. I don't do any of the ones that I'm about to show you, but when I need to, I do. So my go-to is actually ashwagandha, which is also really, really useful for kind of managing stress, so helping you relax a bit more. It's an ancient Indian supplement. They've been using it for thousands of years. It's completely natural. So that's kind of my go-to. The other one that Dr. Natasha Ryan recommends, I haven't got that here, which is L-theanine. L-theanine is actually an amino acid. So, you know, again, completely natural. So those are really handy for sleep. Sometimes if I'm really struggling, I'll take CBD oil, and I find that really helpful, just a couple of drops of that. It's not every night, but if I'm struggling to kind of really get a good night's sleep and I just want to get into the routine. The same is with melatonin. If you take one of those, the best thing to do is actually just take it to get yourself into routine, then stop taking it. The next one I'm going to talk about is a collagen supplement. Now, I've been quite late to taking a collagen supplement, simply because you really need a lot of discipline, don't you, to make sure you're taking these daily. The reason I started taking collagen is I'm getting concerned actually about my hair, skin, nails, the volume in my face, and I know there's quite a lot of evidence that shows that it can actually be really helpful. So there have been a number of studies undertaken. I know know there's some people that speak out against it. And of course, you can get collagen from food. You can get it from bone broth, for example. So you don't necessarily have to take a supplement, but it is quite hard to be consuming bone broth every single day. So I decided to plump for this. I've been taking it, I think it's about 3 weeks now, and I have actually noticed a little bit more volume in my face. As you can see, I do wear gel nail polish. I recently went to get it taken off and put back on, and I noticed my nails are really hard, and I'm also trying to grow my eyelashes, and I've noticed they're actually appearing a little bit thicker. I haven't noticed much difference with my hair. My hair seems to be really thinning out. I've definitely noticed I've got a little bit more volume in my face, and of course it's fantastic for your joints. I have to say, at this point, 3 weeks in, I don't notice any difference with my joints. If you'd like me to make a separate video all about collagen and how I've got on after I've been taking it for 30 days, please let me know in the comments section. So that's joints, hair, skin and nails. Really good for that. And then the other one that I used to take, because I had quite a lot of problems with my hip joints, my partner takes it for his knees. So if you've got bad knees, really helpful, and that's curcumin, and it's really the active ingredient in turmeric. And so what that does is it's really anti-inflammatory, brings the inflammation down, and there's a lot of people that report that they no longer have problems with their joints, or it really improves as a result of taking this. So if you've got bad knees, painful knees, I would highly recommend curcumin. I had problems with my hips, but I have found now that I don't seem to be suffering as much, and it's probably to do with taking hormone replacement therapy, which I am going to talk about at the end of this video. So I'm now going to talk about weight management and gut health, because there are some supplements that you can take around that. And the problem with going through menopause, I don't know about you, but I've really suffered at times with poor gut health and digestion issues. So I haven't got one here, but what I would highly recommend is a probiotic or fermented foods, or a combination of both. So if you're having problems with your gut health, a probiotic and taking fermented foods, so that's like sauerkraut, kimchi, kombucha, which is a drink, but you've got to watch out because that can have a lot of sugar in it. Yogurt and kefir and other ones, any kind of fermented foods can be really helpful, supported by a probiotic. And also take a digestive enzyme. So digestive enzymes are really ones that you actually take with every meal, and they're going to support your gut health, because if you can get top of your gut health, then it's going to really help with weight loss. And then the other one I'm going to talk about is berberine. Now that's the one that I currently take there. I've taken about 3 different brands. Not sure where this is available, but in the UK I got this from Amazon, and that's called Black Swan. So what I would say about berberine is I found it really good for weight management. Now there are mixed reports on that, so everyone's going to have a different experience. You do need to be taking it for at least 30 days to see any results with that. But the reason it can be helpful is when you are in the time of menopause, you can find that you are having problems with something called insulin resistance, and around about 80% of USA are walking around with insulin resistance. So you can assume it's pretty similar in the Western world. And so what does that mean? It means that your body is not regulating its blood sugar levels, so you can have huge blood sugar spikes and it's hard to control. Berberine is really helpful with that. And so what you want to be doing is taking 500 milligrams about 3 times a day during meals. The other thing with berberine is it's really good for digestion, and that's what I've found it really helpful for me. So I'm actually not taking any of the other digestion supplements because I simply take berberine and my digestion has been so much better since I've been taking it. There are other health benefits, but the key ones are managing blood sugar, which may or may not lead to weight loss. And I've made a video all about berberine, which you can find. I will link it in the description. So it's worth checking that out, but it doesn't always result in weight loss, and you do have to watch for which berberine you are taking and make sure you're giving enough time to actually see results with it. And like every other supplement that I've talked about, do consult your doctor about it, because some of these over-the-counter supplements are as strong as pharmaceutical drugs. So it's really important that especially if you're taking any other medication, that you actually consult a doctor about any of this, unless it's something like vitamins. Of course, I couldn't talk about supplements without talking about hormone replacement therapy, and I am on hormone replacement therapy, and I have found it to be an absolute game changer, not for weight loss, but just helping me with the way that I feel, feeling less moody, less grouchy, and also having more energy, and really importantly getting on top of my night sweats. So originally, a couple of years ago, when I went to my doctor, I was getting up 6 times in the night, soaking wet with night sweats, and so I found HRT to really help me control that, which was impacting on the quality of my life because I wasn't getting a good night's sleep. So the key ones that I take, this is Estrogel, and I do 1 pump of that now, 1 pump of that daily. I was doing 3 pumps of that, but I found that it was giving me spotting and I was getting some sort of weight gain with that, so we've just reduced the dosage down to 1 pump a day. The one that has helped me with managing my sleep and has been completely transformative is Utogestan, and that it's in the tablet form, you can see there, and it's basically progesterone, and I take that at night just before I go to sleep, and it has been amazing. So a lot of the time the sleep supplements I showed you, I don't need to take that because this has made a huge difference. I don't know about you, but for me, if I can get a good night's sleep, I just feel so much better. It's so important to me. That for me has been the most transformative part of the HRT, but you have to sort of talk to your doctor about what's going to work for you. And then more recently, so for the last 4 months, not very long now, I have been taking this Gel, and that's really helped with my energy levels and also just general well-being and libido. So if you've got low libido, maybe you're getting like vaginal dryness, stuff like that, then the Gel is going to really help with that. Now, you may have noticed that I haven't talked about every single supplement, so things like black cohosh, which some people use for night sweats, I didn't find that worked for me. St. John's wort, and then there's evening primrose oils. Those ones I actually haven't tried out, so I can't recommend them because I don't really know whether they're effective or not. But St. John's wort is often used for sort of anxiety and depression. I would love to know in the comments section about your experience with supplements, with HRT, with menopause. I think it's great that we're being really open and honest and talking about this, because only recently I went and met up for coffee with friends and we were all talking about menopause and HRT and that kind of thing, and it's so out in the open now. I absolutely love that, and that was one of the things I wanted to do when I started this channel, was actually openly talking about aging, talking about menopause, because it impacts on, I think it's 12% of the world's population. So that's significant, isn't it? And it's probably 50% of the population really, because every woman who's lucky enough to reach a certain age is going to experience this, and some even younger women experience this because they go through early menopause, or maybe they go through medical menopause because they've had surgery like a hysterectomy. So do let me know in the comments section what your thoughts are on this. this.